Why is this not live? Or is it live? It should be live. Okay, we are live. Cool. Sorry, that took a while for me to double check. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. We're reviewing, obviously, chapter 104 of Ragnarok. And... oh, what chapter is it of Apocalypse? Chapter 14? 13? It was... yeah, 13. Chapter 13. Overall, a pretty fun chapter. It's good to see everyone's here. Hello, Joe Boy. I think we can all agree that the biggest surprise so far is that Loki's fruity ass attracted to women. Very good. Joe Boy, so Seth, glad you like my essay. I've linked more in the Discord if you want to read them. Yes, I have read them. Again, I'm very busy at the moment, like really busy. That's why like videos haven't always been weekly. I did want to message like some like thoughts on them, but I have read them. I'm just like I'm kind of busy basically. Sorry. I will get around to it. I should hopefully have some time this weekend, but we will see. It's also horrendously hot here today. It's also UK heat, which like anyone who's actually been in the UK will know that our heat is just worse than like everywhere else. It's just awful. And that's a trend now on Instagram. All the American influencers who've come over to the UK are now moaning, saying that, you know, they were wrong for judging the British people for moaning about the heat. Because it is, like, 30 degrees here is like 50 degrees, like most other places. The humidity is awful. And you do not understand until you go to the UK. It's horrendous. Anyway, enough from moaning about the heat. Congrats on 20k. Thank you, Candy Sensei. It took a while to get over that hump, but we're over it now. I will discuss a bit of the future of the channel on stream because I've got some stuff to talk about, but you know, yeah, you know how it is. Candy Sensei 104 was fine to be honest. 104 was like half of it was just explaining how Loki's ability works, which, you know, I'm glad we got the what's it called, the elaboration on it, because like a lot more stuff makes clear now, and Loki does actually have quite a cool overall power set now. But yeah, most of the chapter was just like one sequence, which is just Loki's like plan and like how he did it and how it works. But I think most people agree that it's good the match is going to be going on more. It does seem like the thing is like last chapter ended with like Loki's reveal that actually I'm behind you, I'm gonna get you, and this chapter also ended with Loki on the floor going, I'm going to get you, Simo. So if next chapter also ends with Simo about to get attacked from behind by Loki again, it'd be pretty funny. But I'm curious if we are in the final. This is like the final. This could be definitely a short round, and we could now be in the final up close personal thing. I kind of hope it isn't. I'm not quite sure how the fight could go from here. Maybe Simo could turn the tables on Loki and Loki has to retreat or something. Everything so far has been going to Loki's plan, basically, kind of. So I'm curious to see where the round goes from here, because it kind of seems like it's setting up for this final, like, close quarters combat, basically. So I'm very curious. Yeah, I'm curious about that. Where are we up to? Can't wait for 105. Yeah, 105 is going to be good. Very good stuff. Reviewing is a loose term, by the way. Yeah, I know. We just kind of chat shit, but you know. Kansas City, did we reach 100? I did look, and we haven't reached 100 yet. I can't actually remember what we're on, but we're not at 100 yet, so, you know, that's good. Also, just if anyone wonders who we should be rooting for, Simo killed... rooting for... Simo killed when stuck in a horrible war and even then felt bad. Loki killed an innocent dragon to frame a guy for a girl. Yeah, I think morally everyone should be siding with Simo here, because like Loki is a bit of a prick. And it's curious because like most rounds post like round 3, so round 4 onwards, you know, even like the bad characters, like we tend to like, you know, we get at least sympathetic for like I feel a lot of people feel quite sympathetic to Jack by the end of round 4, even though Jack is a horrible person. And like all the gods, even though they're trying to wipe out humanity, like I think a lot of people think Shiva's genuinely quite a charismatic character. Same for Hades, Zero as well, Apollo, Susanoo. But Loki, I wouldn't say my opinion of Loki like has changed at all from this round. Like we've learned more about him, but like fundamentally he's kind of exactly the same as I saw him before. So I still think he is a piece of shit. Enjoy his character obviously, but like I can at least like morally like I'm like, yes, Shiva, like he might want to wipe people out, but you know he's a pretty decent guy apart from that. But I haven't got that with Loki quite yet, especially when like Loki like again like framed Siegfried and like got him locked up for eternity. So not a great look for Loki. Skirtles Rose, hello, welcome to stream. El Kane, yeah, the UK heat has been bad. Yeah, it is horrendous. Yeah, no pressure, just saying if you ever want to read them. Yeah, of course. What do you think about Zook's long ass weapon slash ability name? It's a mouthful. What's it called again? Let me pull it up. Because yeah, you're right. It does have a absolute mouthful of a name. Let me find it. Because it is funny. I do like the weapon though. I think the weapon's quite cool. Especially for a Record of Ragnarok like weapon. Like it is quite unique. The Crimson Ripple Chirping Phantom Sword. I'm assuming, I don't know for sure, maybe it is also some reference to Triumphology. Seems like it's like a direct like reference to Qin Shi Huang's like Tortoise Ripple, Black Tortoise Ripple. So I assume that's what it's a reference to. But it's cool. I do actually really enjoy it. It is kind of a shame that like this round is probably going to be coming to an end next chapter, because it does seem like, you know, free like chapters per round seems to be the thing for Apocalypse of the Gods, and like I'd love to see some more back and forth here. I also say that bloody what's it called? Indra's hand got absolutely wrecked, and it like instantly reminded me of anyone who's read Ranger Reject. It looks just like Hisui's arm does at the end of the Monster Rights Association arc. Which you wouldn't know if you watch the anime, because the anime, you know, just cut out her using the Wrath Hammer, which is just like, but then still shows her arm injured. Absolutely, I will go on a rant at some point in the stream about the absolute diabolical adaptation that was season 2 of Go Go Loser Ranger, or Ranger Reject, whatever you want to call it, because one of the worst butcherings of an arc I've ever seen in anime, like genuinely awful. And I'm really into this series at the moment, so I'm probably going to go onto a Ranger Reject rant at some point in the stream. Yeah, because I like the series a lot. But yeah, that's finale was just horrendous. Really awful. I don't actually know how I got onto that topic, but, you know, I was talking about it. Oh yeah, how hot is it? I would love to make fun of you. I'm not giving you the temperature, but it is horrible. Americans don't understand. But it's not just Americans, but it's mainly the Americans that moan about it. Take the mick out of us for the heat. But the humidity here is horrendous. You don't understand how bad it is. I've been in a lot hotter like places. I've been places with 50 degrees, and it's nicer than it is here at like 25. It's just awful. By the way, I watched your Fire Punch video, and I really appreciate you called Toga to him. Yes, because Togata is Togata's a guy. Like, I know some people interpret it as just body dysmorphia and like not in a like trans sense. I don't quite know how people come to that interpretation. It seems pretty blatant to me, but, you know, each their own interpretation. I'm glad, well, the 5 Punch video has not done well. I didn't expect it to, but, like, at least some people seem to have enjoyed it. 5 Punch is a very short series, so I kind of want to just give the whole series a reread, because I need to refresh, and then I kind of just want to make a load of videos on it, to be honest with you. At least a few. Like, I'd really like to do a Togata character analysis, because I think Togata's arc is quite condensed and like really, really good. And there's a few like wider themes. Like the video really is surface level on the themes, and I think there's a few other major themes that I just don't talk about. But like, I just wanted to try get some Fire Punch out there, because I really like the series and I've wanted to write about it for a while. So I'm probably going to give the series a reread, just to like take a lot of notes, just to collect my feelings. Yeah, yeah. Uh, you guys are literally in islands. Of course, humidity is terrible. Yeah, it is awful. It's why people hate the humidity in Japan. Yeah, people who do, islands are horrendous. But if you don't live on an island, you don't understand. It is genuinely awful. Like I've been like, and it's just I don't know why the UK is so bad. Like I was in the Caribbean a couple of years ago, and like it was hitting like close to 40. And it was so much nicer. Like, it was nowhere near as bad as 25 here. Like, people just don't understand. And, like, I know this for a fact, because, like, one of my mates has been travelling around Asia this year. So he's been through Vietnam, Thailand, down to Australia, New Zealand, Fiji, Tonga. He's currently going to Japan. He's got Korea after that. Anyways, he's doing a lot. And, like, he, again, like, I've been asking him, and he's like, yeah, the heat in, like, Asia doesn't compare. Like, he's like, Thailand was hot. It doesn't compare at all to the UK. He was like, all of Asia does not compare. He's not gone to a single place this year in Asia that even compares to a UK summer. So I'm not saying there's not places hotter in the world, but like, if you've not been here, you don't know what you're talking about. That's what I'm saying. Loki is built different. The time might actually happen. I want the tie to happen, to be honest with you, because I think it's fun. I just like the idea of a tie. But of course, I'm not betting on it because, you know, we don't bet on the tie because it's probably never going to happen. Have you seen the cover of Simo and Loki, bro? That looks good. Yeah, I love it. It's really cool. Especially because they're basically the same height. But instead of like just having them dead on, because like if you notice, a lot of the covers like to like have like one above the other, like height difference wise. Like you see it with like Adam and Zeus, for example. But they've basically done that by just having Loki fly, which is very cool. Sorry if you can hear the dog barking. I don't know what she's angry at, but she's angry at something. Loki W or a tie for me. I still am voting on Simo winning here, but we will see. I can only hope we get to 100 if we still haven't. We haven't yet, but we are fairly close. I'm not telling you the number because then you might like just donate to get up. Like people might donate tactically to get to it. And I don't want that to happen. I don't care what scheming Loki has been planning. This has been the most one-sided fight between May fighters that wasn't Zero versus Buddha. I mean, in a way it has been, but like at the same way it's not. Because if you think about it, yeah, like Simo's like taken out a lot of clones, but Simo hasn't actually hurt Loki, and Loki hasn't hurt Simo. Like Simo's way more damaged in this fight than Loki is because he's been like destroying his internal organs to shoot his bullets. But Simo himself hasn't actually. Loki hasn't actually been damaged once in this match. It does seem like Simo's got the upper hand because Simo's strong at his clones, but destroying the clones doesn't actually like hurt. What's the word? It doesn't. It doesn't hurt Simo. So in terms of like who's taking more damage, it's actually Simo is losing at the moment. And we're almost at 50 people in the Discord. Hell yeah, the Discord. I don't go in much. I'm just busy, people. Sorry. I'm still siding with the tie. If I'm being honest. I mean, I really want the tie. I do want the tie, but like I'm not betting on it. You should advertise the Discord more on your videos. I should probably add it to the end screen bit. I might do. I need to re-record the end screen because there's a few patrons that are no longer patrons that are still shouted out at the end of the videos. It's hard to keep on top of it, so I probably will film a new end screen like recording so I can like shout Discord out in that. My opinion hasn't changed, but I've just always liked him. I assume that's about Loki. If it's not about Loki, just say. Aside from Jack versus Heracles, who could Loki agree all matchups? Oh my god, this dog. Honestly, aside from Jack versus Heracles, you could Loki argue all matchups. The human is better, or at least they're around the same. Yeah. I like again, like as I made a whole video on this, like about like will the gods win? The humans are like. No, with the exception of Jack's the one exception. The humans are always depicted as very like righteous and good human beings. Like we're not meant to agree with the gods that humanity should be wiped out. We're meant to root for the humans because the humans are all like very good people. They're not the series isn't like this morally grey like story where it's like the humans are really bad but like they have good qualities too. It's like no, the humans are just really good. The gods are just arseholes. That is kind of it. Like again, like Aphrodite like mentions. You know, they're polluting the environment, all these wars, and it's just never mentioned again in the entire series. It's like a chapter 1 thing, and it just doesn't get mentioned again. because it isn't relevant. At the end of the day, the humans are protagonists. We're meant to root for them. They are the good guys. So yeah, the gods are become more likable as we go on, but we're never meant to side with the gods, if that makes sense. The issue is that we don't know what most of the gods voted for, and I think it would be better if we knew what opinion they had of humanity. I mean, we don't know exactly if all the people here voted for humanity, but it was pretty much a unanimous vote. Like, it was almost certain, like, to the point that I'm pretty sure every contestant in Ragnarok, minus Buddha and Heracles, would have voted for their extinction. Like, maybe not Susno, because I don't even know if he would have been present for it, but, like, the assumption is that all these gods, like Shiva, like, again, as we know, definitely voted for, like, them getting wiped out. Like, I assume Anubis did. Like, again, we're not meant to view the gods voting to kill humanity as, like, a good thing. Like, the assumption is that most of them do it. If we reach 100, we should get you a Lollibaba body pillow, aka Shinobu. Oh dear, goddamn. I'd really hate. No, please don't do that. Yeah, I'm scared for my goat Indra. I think I want Indra to win. My guess is Zook's gonna win, sadly. I haven't read either chapter yet. We'll get to reading Anime Monarch. Now we know about why Zook is fighting Indra now. Yeah, I'm quite liking Zook. It's made me like Zook more. I was never a big fan of Zook, but I'm quite enjoying Zook so far. Still not a big fan of his design. And it doesn't seem like we're going to get some, like, fusion mech of the... Oh, I guess, like, if he wins, he fights another round. So we might still get, like, this... them fusing, all the symbols fusing or some shit, but, like, we'll see. Also, is it a Gintama hot take for me to say I find Hasegawa more admirable than Gintoki? Maybe that's just me, I don't know. Hasegawa definitely has some admirable traits. It depends on, like, what way you're looking at it. Like, Gintoki is the ultimate example of, like, of dragging yourself back up to be a righteous person when you've been in the greatest pits of despair. Like, that's Gintoki's... Again, it's like, that's kind of what the lesson of Gintama is in general, you know. It's why we go, like, serious arc to comedy arc. Like, they completely flip-flop because it's the, you know, the old idea. There can't be light without the dark. There can't be dark without the light. In order to grow and become truly righteous, you need to go through these dark periods. And it's those who can rise up into the sun that are, you know, that can better themselves and were great people. Hence why, like, what's his name? Hosen, for example, like, it's why, like, the Yato, like, can't go in the sun, because the Yato generally are not, like, they're generally represented in Gintama of negative things, like, yeah, they're generally not represented in a good light as a race, the Yato, so, like the Yato, like, being hurt by the sun is, like, symbolic of it, so, but Hasegawa is very admirable. At the same time, Hasegawa is always trying to kill himself, which probably isn't admirable. Both of them are in my opinion, two of the best written characters in fiction, so, I don't care who you prefer, because I think that as long as you're acknowledging they're both great. We finally saw his lightning used around him, so that's a dub. Probably the only time a god has used their elemental powers like they should, besides Ra, of course. Yeah, I kind of hope we get a bit more of it, but, like, I'm not, but I'm not counting on it. I'm not American, I'm Southeast Asian, but you never felt the actual heat plus humidity fusion. I can't say, because I've not been to Southeast Asia, but, as I said, my best mate has been travelling around there, and as he's basically said, yeah, UK's worse, so I will take his opinion, because, you know, he's my best mate, and he's not one to exaggerate, so yeah, I'm sure it's awful there too, but, I can't imagine it's that different to the UK, to be honest with you. Yeah, I was in Spain the other day on holiday, and it felt like a normal day compared to home. Yeah, it's so like that. I like how all of Fujimoto's main works have at least one scene that takes place in cinema. Yeah, because Fujimoto just loves cinema. Like, film is, like, you can tell how much the guy loves film. Yeah, Fujimoto's great though. Can you check how much you've earned from Cheesemo? Just from Cheesemo. I don't know if I can do that. Let me have a look. Let me have a look. Let's have a look. don't have a total, but I can count 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Cheesemo has donated $55 for the bully pillow. There you go. That's the much information as I'm revealing to you. Wait, I missed a chapter. Didn't read 103 either. Oh my god, Anime Monarch, you better catch up. Cancer say lost my rank rip. Yeah, well, you got a message more, I'm afraid. Araki reference music, Fujimori reference cinema, Takashi references video games, Horikoshi references comics, Surachi references pretty much everything. Yeah, very, very true. Either chat or Seth will derail the stream so you've got time. Susanoo doing the Escanaut. Let's derail it. What are your thoughts on vanilla flavoured ice cream, and do you agree it's less plain than chocolate ice cream? I don't mind vanilla. A good vanilla is great. Like, a good vanilla is like the telling of good ice cream. Is it better? Is it less plain than chocolate? No, because chocolate is great. I might open the bank account just so I can donate to you. Thing is, if there's a tie, how is the tournament going to be decided? Is last round going to be 2 points? Well, no, because if there's a tie, that it just means you just skip, basically. It would just be first to 8 instead of first to 7. And it would just mean all the humans get to fight. That's the reason why a lot of people think there's going to be the draw. It's just because there's one too many humans for how many rounds there's going to be. So it would just cancel out and it just wouldn't count. It either like they just don't count both. It either both counts as a loss or both counts as a point, and it just becomes first to 8 instead. I just want more evil stuff. Humans doing the series, to be honest. I prefer Grey Heroes. Yeah, I understand thing, but like again, as I said, Ragnarok is not trying to be a morally grey story. It is very black and white. Gods, the humans are good. Not that the gods are bad, but like the gods are in the wrong for trying to wipe out humanity. That's just the thing. And even with Jack, who is like meant to represent like the worst of humanity, he's even got some pretty admirable like moments to him. So yeah, it just sadly is not a very grey series. Love to see Ranger Reject live. Glad I was right to stop watching the anime after the Hibiki sacrifice episode. Is it time? Okay, I'm almost got up to chat, so I think I'm clear to go on a rant about Ranger Reject because I want to. Ranger Reject is a phenomenal story. It's not going to define Quinton's Quintuple. It's my favorite Negi work, but it's really good. The thing is, like, I watched season 1 and I didn't particularly like it. Then I watched season 2, and like the Megati arc was like. Here's what. Okay, before I get that, I want to say season 1 was actually a really good adaptation. Like it does the good adaptation aspect of it. It doesn't skip any content, and it adds more to flesh stuff out. There's a few like really cool lines. Like there's that line in the final episode where Red Keeper basically says, he's worrying about spoiler character who may or may not die. I'm not gonna say. I don't want to spoil anyone. And he's looking sad about it, and the other guy said, "Oh, what's wrong?" He said, "Oh, well, he was the perfect height," and that's not in the manga, but it's like it encapsulates so well like Red's mentality. It's great. So like season 1's great because it adds lots of little moments in. It's really good. Season 2, the initial Megati arc was pretty good. It did skip some stuff, but overall it was pretty good. Then they absolutely butchered the Greenkeeper arc. Like it is horrendous. Like they just cut out like half of the arc and do it in one episode, so that's not good. Then we get into the Monster Rights Association arc, and like the setup-y bit was all right, but as soon as we got into the main conflict, it was horrendous. Like it's like the longest arc in the series, and they cram it into like 5 episodes. Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking with that. Like it should have been a 2-core season, and then you could have properly adapted this arc properly. It was such a botch. Like they changed, like there's so many plot points that make literally no sense. Like the reason how they defeat the main villain at the end with the horn, it literally makes no sense in the show because they just cut out like all the reasons why that's a thing. Like the whole like they're like, oh, breaking the horn will defeat this guy because in the show that was his weakness, which makes no sense because in the universe the final episode of the show was never made, so nobody knows that's his weakness. And they're like, oh, but he's a super fan, so he'll know that. I'm like, well, no, he won't, because nobody knows that. It's like the whole bloody point. Like, everything, all the powers of him are headcanons, because we don't know that. It's just so stupid. They completely remove, like, all the bloody chiddery stuff, like just the Green Squadron coming together to fight it. It's such a butchering of a really, really good arc, and it's just awful. It's overall just absolutely terrible. But Range Reject overall is really good. I'm glad. I basically started reading the manga when I could sense the anime was starting to skip loads and loads of stuff, like really badly. So I started reading the manga, and I basically just binge read it. It's great. I'd like to make some videos on Range Reject, but in terms of like thematics, there's only like a few big themes I'd want to talk about, and it does seem like we're in the final arc now. So I kind of just want to wait for the series to end and then make some videos on it, because we're so close to the end here, and like obviously the final arc is going to wrap up all these themes. But I think like the bigger theme is like, is purpose innate or is purpose created by you? Basically, that's what I think the thesis statement of the series is kind of really getting at. Like, it really gets to it with Red, and it's really pivotal to Fighter D as a character. It's fundamental to a lot of characters. But yeah, so I want to make a video on that at some point. But the anime, really butchered it. Also, the biggest crime of the anime is in the opening of season 2. We see like a Zord, like a Power Ranger Zord in the opening. And all the manga is like, well, this isn't in the manga. So is this some anime-only thing? And it's just not in the anime either. So it looks cool, though. The Zord looks awesome. Like, the Zord looks so cool that I'm cosplaying the Zord for my next masquerade at the end of the year. Because it looks awesome. But it just doesn't show up in the show. And they already basically make the ending of season 2, like the defeat of Death Messiah, they basically give it a weird anime only way he is defeated anyway. Like, it still like plays on how it should happen in the manga, but they change bits. So I'm like, just give them the Zord. If you're gonna anime only this, make it cool and just have them go into a Zord and just defeat it with the Zord. You know, if you could, like, it was a butch arc anyway, you might as well put the Zord in it, because the Zord looked goddamn awesome. That's my rant about Ranger Reject. If you haven't read it, read it, because it's actually really, really good. But yeah, don't watch season 2, because it looks goddamn awful. Anyway, Rentaro fact of the day. Rentaro literally made a god piss his pants. God, it just sounds like it sounds like a interesting series I do need to check out. Speaking of interesting series, season 4 of Rented Girlfriend dropped today, and literally the first scene of the episode was Kazuya jacking himself off, and I was like, this is the most Rented Girlfriend thing I've ever seen. What a great manga that is. Loki's kind of exception for the gods, and I don't think anyone would say he's better than the last 5 gods. Yeah, Loki is like, the thing is like Odin I expect to be bad. Like, I expect Odin to be bad. Anubis I expect to be pretty fun. But yeah, Loki is like one of the few ones that like does seem to be pretty shitty. And Apollo was probably still in the bath when the vote happened. Yeah, that is definitely possible. Although you say that, but there is, when we see a flash, I think it's in round 5, and we see a flashback to, is it round 5? No, what is it? At some point we see a flashback to the council vote, and there's a guy next to Ares who's like shrouded, but like behind Ares' body you just see like the arm, and it kind of looks a bit like Apollo. I don't think it is meant to be Apollo, but it could be. The Lolly Baba was mostly a joke. I feel like you should do a poll on the series on who to buy. When we get close, when we're at it, I'll do that. I feel like Nafumi would be an amazing character for the series, especially if he replaces my Buddha as the god that became a traitor. It's definitely possible. What's the progress on Ragnarok? I was making such good progress on the next round. I was really cracking on in it, but then I got really busy and I haven't touched it in like 2 weeks. So I don't know when I'm going to get to it. When I'm going to finish it and release, I just don't know. But it is making progress slowly. That's all I can say. Have you been reading Tenkaichi recently? The last match of the first round's about to start. Yes, I have. I really enjoyed the last round. And I'm not going to say what it is, but next Monday's video, it might be a round analysis on the series that people have been asking me to make a video on in a long time. I won't say what series it is, but, you know, use the context clues of what commentators are replying to, and you might realise what next week's video is going to be about. $55. He really spending a lot, meaning we're missing 40, I'm pretty sure. Uh, uh, if you're so you're basically what you're assuming is the only person to ever donate to anything is Chismo, which isn't true, but yeah, we are close. We're very close actually. Since Gomez donated over half, you should name the body pillar after him. Of course, I can do that. I don't know what context I'm ever going to have to say it by name, so it can be called whatever it wants. Finished Arthur's backstory. Arthur's backstory is finished. I might go through and flesh it out a bit more, because it is quite long, but there's a few aspects to it that I kind of wish was, what's it called? I might want to flesh a few more bits out, because a few of the bits I kind of skim through, but like, that's where a lot of the time writing going to is Arthur's backstory, because there's a lot to it. And I want to flesh Ao Kong's backstory out a bit more. Also, like, there's kind of like two parts to the fight, if that makes sense. Like, there's two parts to the fight. I'm saying more than that. And there's also like out of ring stuff happening. Like, so there's a lot to write because there's a lot of stuff happening. Like, it isn't just the fight. There's other like plot stuff. Well, it's not plot stuff. It is related to the round, but there's other fighting happening separate to the round itself. If that makes sense. When you said you're reading Kintama message, I think how perfect Utsuro is as a final villain, as he was dragged into despair so far he couldn't move on. But even then, one side of him remained good. Yeah, Utsuro is just like great. I mean, I'm still always going to have Takasugi as my favourite antagonist of all time over Utsuro. It's mainly because although I think Takasugi and Utsuro both are antagonistic to Gintoki and contrast different themes, if that makes sense, different themes to the story. So they do different jobs, and I find Takasugi more charismatic, but Utsuro is just incredible. Oh, it looks like Chismo is here with a super chat. Great. God, we're getting really close now. This is worrying. Okay, I will go get it. It's hard to get to. I've been rearranging stuff. God damn it. All right. Ugh. Guess that's... Oh. Is that all right? Let me have a look. Yeah, you can see that. If I go... Oh, that better? That'll do. That'll do. That's the best you're getting. Anyway, where are we at? Not gonna lie, with Chismo spending most of the money, he should get the choice on who to buy. Yeah, that would be fair. Have you guys seen the newest Death Battle, Tom versus Wile? I have not. I have not watched Death Battle in goddamn years. So it's Tokyo Ghoul all over again. Yeah, basically. Pretty good fight, and didn't expect Tom and Jerry to have a canon Chinese gacha game. Whoa, wait. So in the... I get it. So Tom and Jerry and Wile E. Coyote. Okay, that makes more sense. Pretty good fight, and didn't expect Tom to have it. You're actually caught alive since nearly the end of the Apollo vs. Leonidas fight. First fight. Still hope you're doing good. Hello, Red Punk. Yeah, we're live. God, the Apollo vs. Leonidas fight was... When you think about it, it was ages ago. I'm working on a gacha games versus Record Ragnarok matchup. I've played dozens of gacha games. I need help and loan. I've played like no gacha games, so I cannot comment. Also, did you watch the new season 3 trailer? I haven't actually watched the trailer. I've seen the screenshots from it. I'm not going to play it on stream because I don't want to risk the copyright strike again, but I will just quickly watch it myself. I've seen some choice memes about the trailer. Let's have a look. Come on, internet. Oh, that's cool. When you type Record of Ragnarok in, this live stream is the third thing that came up. That's fun. I like how we have, as usual, talked very minimally about this. Okay, yeah. Tesla looks whack as hell. I will say that. I mean, like, Ragnarok has never been the most detailed anime anyway. And Tesla was going to be hard, but yeah, Tesla looks a bit ass, if I do say so. But you know me, I've never been a fan of the anime, so like, it's rare for me to talk good on it. 100 Girlfriends is basically Gintama of harem animes. Thoughts on Kagurabachi, I think it's pretty peak. Yeah, I really like Kagurabachi. Again, I've considered making a video on Kagurabachi. But again, it's one of those issues where, like, I think I know what the main underlying, like, thematic messaging of the series is. But I don't think the series has... Like, I think, like, the through line of the series itself is the exploration of the concept of, you know, of Death of the Author, basically. That is what I would narrow the concept of Kagurabachi down in my interpretation. But I need to see the conclusion of the series to, like, make a video on it. Because, like, I need to know... I want, like... It's all good saying, I think this is what the theme of the series is, but I want to explore what the actual messaging is. Like, it's all good knowing what the theme is, but I want to know what message the series is trying to tell through that theme, which I can't do this early into the story, but I'm really enjoying Kagurabachi. After reading chapter 103, I've come to the conclusion that Loki is a bum. Also, another Steam sale is going on. I feel like Steam sales are always going on. I mean, I don't game really at all, so it doesn't affect me, but like, it feels like I'm always hearing about them. Gotmo strikes again. Since Nezha is a robot, he'll probably be torn apart by the end of the fight like Genos. Oh, that would be cool. Utsura Loki reminds me of AM from I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. I'm not familiar with it, I must say. Hates humanity to an extreme degree due to having suffered for centuries. You know, yeah, fair enough. I can't comment. I am not familiar with the source material. So Loki joins the bomb list with Hajun, Poseidon, Hajun again, Ra, and Schizo Susno. I'm never going to put my boy Ra on the bomb list. I love Ra. You know, there's this history manga about samurai, and the bad guy literally breaks the fourth wall and eats the alternate history boxes. What? I've never heard of this. You should read Spirit Chronicles, a very underrated series. I'll have to add it to the list. I've got a lot of like a lot of stuff. I've got a lot of stuff to read and a lot of stuff to reread. Because I want to read, as I said, I want to reread Fire Punch because I want to make some videos on it. So I need to give it a reread. I kind of want to reread Undead Unluck because I would like to give another go at Undead Unluck videos, especially now the series is over. But again, I need to reread the entire series for that. And I want to read the Ranma half manga because, like, Ranma's like, I think I've gushed about my love for Ranma many times, but I haven't read the manga. I've only watched the anime and the live action for it. A live action for Ranma is absolutely wild. If you haven't seen it, watch it. It's absolutely crazy. So I want to read the manga because I'm pretty, like, it does seem to me there are some thematic messages to Ranma. The anime is mostly filler, so it's kind of hard to, like, really grasp the concept. I think I've got an idea of what I think the overall messaging of the series is, but I want to read the manga, basically. So that's probably I'm either gonna read Ranma, then reread Fire Punch, or reread Fire Punch and then read Ranma. Those are gonna be the next two things I read, because I wouldn't say I'm gonna make a lot of Ranma videos, but like I love Ranma so much the series that I want to make a video. I want to make a video on Ranma, basically. Yeah, I want to make a Ranma video. So I kind of want to read the manga for that. But that's basically the general plans. Who had worse beef with the protagonist? Powerplex from Invincible or Katana Man from Chainsaw Man? Powerplex. Like, Katana Man had beef, but like... Oh, maybe not, actually. Powerplex is just so fucking dumb about it, though. That's what... I think Powerplex's beef is worse, in my opinion. Because, like, Katana Man's was like... It wasn't like Denji was like... No, because Denji was more... Denji actually kind of did it to Katana Man. Yeah, there was reasons for it, but, like, he did... Invincible did jack shit to, like, genuinely make Powerplex, like, Like, Parallax has no genuine reason to be angry at him. Katana Man actually has reason to be angry at Chainsaw Man. And the fact that, like, Parallax is so angry despite, basically, like, Parallax is just a moron. That's what I think makes the beef worse, because it comes from a place of pure stupidity. Also, good to see people were enjoying the Invincible videos. I know I dropped, like, 3 Invincible videos in a row. I was kind of getting some real writer's block with scripts. And it turns out Invincible is a really, really easy series to write scripts on. Like, it was, like, so easy writing those videos. So that's why you just got 3 Invincible videos in a row, because I kind of wanted to, like, it was just easy to write them, so I just wanted to get, like, some videos out. So that's why there was so many Invincible videos in a row. I probably will do some more, because there's definitely more stuff about the series I'd like to talk about. But it's good to see people enjoyed them. Can you give us the who will be in the audience in Arthur versus Ao Kong? I can give you, like, a few of them, like, Toriyama, for example, is in the crowd. We get some commentary from some past fighters. Sun Wukong will be talking in it. Maybe Corey G will make his return in this round to chat some shit. We see most of the Knights of the Round Table are going to be present in the crowd. Who else? I'm trying to think. And some other people. I don't want to spoil too much, but there's some fun people showing up. How much away are we? I mean, I did say I was going to leave it a mystery, but you did donate, so I will find out. I will tell you. Let me double check. We are... Oh, people... It's what happens when people donate in other currencies. It makes it difficult to know what they are. So there we go. God, we are actually really, really close. We are currently on $86. So we are actually getting worryingly close to this big 100. Steam sales is basically a monthly thing. What do you think would have happened if Brunhild only had the choice between 3 plants from Plants vs Zombies, Spinosaurus from the Epic AMV? Is this cool edit? Book reading, wine drinking, Leonardo Sovereign. Bloody hell. I don't think the humans would have stood much chance, for being honest with you. As cool as much as the Spinosaurus is going to carry here, like, I don't think these plants are going to be doing jack shit for me. It's maybe a Doom Shroom. I don't think a Doom Shroom can take out... maybe Doom Shroom can take out Zeus. Maybe. I don't think we'd have much chance. The backstand from JoJo's... Oh, and the Invincible memes for Humanity's Fighters. If we had the Invincible meme... The lags... I like how the lags hit in just, like, as the Super Chat came. I don't know if it's Chismo for doing this. But, like, very... For God's sake. Are we back yet? It's really, OBS does not make it very clear if we're back or not. OBS Studio, I think we're back. Okay. This stream... Oh, like, why? I don't get why it's fine for, like, the first half of stream, and then it immediately starts doing stuff like this. It's just ridiculous. Are we back yet? Are we live? I'm just gonna assume we're fine. I'm just gonna assume, because it's very hard to tell. Okay, I think we're fine. I think it looks like we're fine. Looks like fine. Maybe you could do a video about Cecil. I would like to do a Cecil video. Cecil is a very fun character. The issue is, like, a lot of the time is like obviously if I want to talk about Cecil video, I want to talk about, like, the rest of his arc in the comic, and like that obviously like alienates like everyone who's just a show watcher. So it's kind of difficult. When is the big back Omni-Man in a jar video coming? OBS reconnection successful. Yeah, but does that mean we're actually live anymore? Not necessarily. We might be back. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we are back. Okay, sorry about that. The internet just fully shut down for a minute. Not quite sure why. Anyway, where are we at? Something about Big Back Omni-Man in a jar video. And Plant vs. Zombies plants are up to country level. Hilarious. Anyway, maybe Saladin's entrance can be him riding on 2 horses from top of the arena while standing up. He definitely can be. Not quite sure what round Saladin even shows up in. So I'll try to keep that in mind. It's lagging, but at least we hit the goal. Yeah, we did hit the goal. I think the lag came in to try to destroy the goal, getting the heat melt of the stream. It could well have. So let's turn the stream into a stream on looking at body pillows. Yeah, but we know what it is now. It's the Broly, isn't it? Instead of continue lagging to let us know the body pillow will be arriving today. Stream is cooked. Stream is more dead than my dreams at this point. It's always when we get to like the hour mark, it like starts doing this. I think it's Broly. Will it be Z or Super? Yeah, you could choose your emote. Oh my bad, Z. He wants Princess Trunks. W choice. Get an Ethernet cable, dude. I can't. I'm upstairs. I can't run one up here without like drilling in the walls. Or is it a girl? Been a while since I've seen Abridged. We are something. Oh my god. Now we have no sound. It's like, in dear lord, bro, a silent breeze and fusion fuel, a Jiren. Also, you think it's called Invincible because almost no one. Also, you think it's called Invincible because almost no one who is important die. No, probably you do die. It's just you need to think season 3 is still quite early in the story, if that makes sense. Like there are definitely important deaths, but like they come at more like important arcs down the line. We're not even halfway through the show yet. And also, like, the shows, like, there are, like, 2 characters in this show that were meant to die in the comic that didn't. But yeah, I don't think Invincible has had major deaths so far in the show. And we're not even halfway. Like, there are definitely major important deaths that are important to the series and shape Mark in different ways. They just haven't happened yet. So we tried turning it off and on again. I literally went that bit where the period where it went down. I literally went and did that, but it doesn't seem to have made much of a difference. The router needs to be corrected, I swear. Yeah, the router is a pain in the ass. Skeleton Rose, it looks good now. Yeah, sure. I don't know if it does. The power of the AMV Spinosaurus was too much. Yeah, but which Broly body pillow? We could look at our choices. We back? I think we're back. Are we back? I'm gonna say we're back. I'm just gonna, just as usual, just assume the best and assume we're back. So where are we up to? Imagine Ben 10 and in Invincible. How cooked do the Viltrumites be? So cooked. Like, Ben's like so much more powerful than like anyone in Invincible. It's not even funny. I mean, just like the stream, Rexplode dies. Can wait for master jokes about him being unbalanced and the needs to patch him. Rexploded. This is the laggiest stream to date. Seriously, what's wrong with the internet? I don't know, because the internet's been fine all day, and it was fine for the first half of the stream. It just seems to tank. It always seems. I guess maybe. Maybe it is possible, because it always seems to lag about around the hour mark. But we always stream at the same time. So maybe it's just 6 o'clock, my internet just dies. It's completely possible that that is the case. It's just a 6 o'clock thing. I don't know why that would be the case. Some of them are horrendous. Seth stream on the Discord to promote it. Could be. It's been a great chapter. He's just been fine all day. And now it's just absolutely gone awful. Very, very annoying. Is someone downloading a COD update or something? No, I'm like, I should be like, this should be it internet-wise. It should be this. No one else, nothing else should be like happening on the network. So I genuinely don't understand this. The light is draining from Seth's eyes, more and more of each lag. Yeah, like it's painful. It's very, very painful. How am I meant to get you guys to donate and give me the monies? If I'm not doing an entertaining stream, this is all money making, guys. I'm losing money here. Can you do a speed test? I can do a speed test. Let me do a speed test. Here, watch the speed test be completely fine, and it just be like just something stupid. Let's have a look. Let's give it a speed test. Bloody well, the download speed at least is like pretty bloody good, by the looks of it. But I guess it's more the upload speed that's probably awful. Let's have a look. Maybe not. What is the upload? The upload doesn't seem like it's not horrendous, so I don't quite understand why all the lag's happening. I mean, it's nothing great, but like the upload's still 7 megabits per second, which isn't horrendous. Who knows? But it does look like it's fine now. So maybe we're alright. What do you think is the worst Volund swap up between two fighters? What do you think the worst Volund swap up between two fighters, and what divine weapon swap would be the worst? Oh, so you mean like switching their weapons for humans? Well, for humans, give anyone. Who's the dumbest human? Like in like an academic sense, probably Lu Bu, I'd say. Okay, give Lu Bu fucking Tesla's armor because he wouldn't know how to use it. Or give Jack Adam's knuckle testers because Jack's then gonna have to be a pure melee fighter, which definitely is gonna work out well for him. Or what other bad ones are there? Give Raiden Qin Huang's weapon. It wouldn't be detrimental. It just wouldn't be particularly useful to him. What else? Yeah, I'd say those are probably the worst ones. For the gods, give Poseidon Susanoo's sword because it's going to be harder for Poseidon to stab with a sword, and he doesn't really know how to fight. Or give. Who else could you do? Or give Hejun's weapon to Shiva, because Shiva's not feeling misery. Or give it to Susanoo. Susanoo definitely doesn't seem sad at all. Yeah, give the misery cleaver to them. What else could you do? Thor's hammer to like Apollo. I don't know if Apollo would be physically strong enough to be swinging that round. Although Loki could pick it up, so maybe not. Don't know. Confa Shinigami, the kid. Confa Shinigami, the kid and his 2 desert eagles. What? Anime Monarch, almost halfway through 104. Good man, you're almost there. Give Adam the gun. What's he gonna do? Use it. Since we back End of Story Invincible versus Namek Saga Goku. I don't think Goku. I think Goku slams. Like it's not even close. I think. I mean, even Saiyan Saga Goku, I think, is stronger. Well, no, we say when you say end of story Invincible, do we mean like after the final fight, or like after like at the very end of the series? Because at the very end of the series, we have no we have no real way to know how strong Mark actually is. But if we're talking like just after the final fight of the series, like not the epilogue, I still think like Saiyan Saga Goku has an argument there. Like his feats aren't incredible or anything. Yujiro Hana versus Zeus. I mean, if we're talking like Zeus would like destroy Yujiro, but if Yujiro gets a narrator buff, then he probably wins. Alright, chat, I'm caught up. Good, Monarch. Well, what did you think of the chapters? Do you think Loki is a bum like some people do? How many chapters has round 11 been? Round 11 has been... How many chapters has round 11 been? There's an easy way to check. Just look back at my live streams, because I haven't missed a chapter. So there's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's been 5 chapters of actual fight. Like I don't really count chapter 98. Just on the basis that 98 was like, yes, someone shows up right at the end, but like it's not actual, like it's not part of the actual fight. So yeah, it's been chapter 99 to 104, so 5 chapters so far. I think, unless I'm wrong. If you had to replace a regular Ragnarok fighter with a Ragnarok fighter, who would you choose, thematic-wise? Ooh, thematically. Ooh. I mean, I think Arthur versus Poseidon could be cool. That could be quite cool. Oppenheimer versus Beelzebub, maybe. Who else? I really like what the plans I got for Jupiter, but like just from like a logistic sense, it wouldn't really work for him to fight anyone. That'll make sense once I get around to writing that round. But yeah, I think swap Sasaki for Arthur, and that'd be quite cool. Loki's trash about his items; he isn't strong. I mean, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, assumably Simo's not that strong though either, without his weapon. This might be me being also a simp, but I understand why Loki sims. Do you think there'll be an outrage if this is shorter than Anna vs Zeus? Shortest fight chapter-wise. I know people moan about round 9 being short, but I thought that was silly talk. The issue is, like, the thing is, like, round 9... round 9, even though it was short, a lot happened each chapter. Like, round 9 felt like it was kind of, like, really, like, fast-paced. That makes sense? Oh, 1 minute. Sorry about that. Yeah, I felt like round 9 just was really fast paced. It felt really fast, whereas this round has felt quite slow so far. Like, not that much has really actually happened in these 5 chapters. Like, really not much at all. There's been a lot of panel space dedicated to just like explanations and stuff, which really wasn't the case in round 9. Was the best Volund and God pairing, for example, Zeus and Adam's brass knuckles? Well, the thing is, for Zeus and the brass knuckle, I don't think the brass knuckle is going to, like, add that much to his, like... Because at the end of the day, like, Zeus's AP is already incredible. It's more like he couldn't land hits in his fight. So, like, if we're just on, like, for the sake of their fight, I don't think Zeus having the Knuckle Duster would make much difference. Maybe it would right in that final clash, but, like, overall, not that thing. But, if I had to say, best for London God pairing, I think something Volund that would be good for 4. don't think Susanoo benefits from just having 2 swords over 1. That's actually hard. Does Qinshi Huang's like pauldron things help any of the gods? Not really. Is there anyone who would be good with Tesla's armor? Is all I'm thinking, because Tesla's armor is like one of the most OP Volunds if you're smart enough to use it. But like, is Beelzebub with vibrations better, or Beelzebub with the suits? If he had the suit and the vibrations, it'd be pretty broken. Or would what's it called? Lubu's like spear be good with Hades or Poseidon? Maybe it's possible. It's a hard one to say. Will Ragnarok finish soon? No, Ragnarok's definitely not going to finish soon because I haven't got the next one out anytime soon. I don't know when the next one's even going to be out. Maybe you can have Athena be like Kojiro in Tenkaichi. I've already got a lot of plans of Athena. It's not much like Kojiro. I've got a lot of stuff with Athena because Athena like is the final god fighter in Ragnarok and the leader of the gods, like the gods team. I've already got a good picture of Athena because they are basically the main antagonist of the series. Hades with Skytis, just an upgraded round 7 Hades. Yeah, that's fair. Give Buddha Leo shield outside the emotion aspect. He could do more of it than his actual weapon. Maybe. I'd say it's about the same. If we get a tie, it would mean we'll have another round, meaning we'll see all the human fighters. Yeah, that's like the main argument for why a lot of people think there's going to be a tie, because otherwise, like, it'd be such a weird Chekhov's gun. Like, it's a Chekhov's gun to like list like in like chapter 3, just these are the humans fighting, these are the god fighting, and we're like over 100 chapters later, and we're like, it'd be so anticlimactic if one of those humans doesn't actually get to fight properly. So I'm pretty confident that, you know, some way, somehow, all the humans will get a proper fight. And, like, yeah, we are, like, one god short, but, like, there's always, like, the very likely possibility of Siegfried being a vessel for, like, the primordial god's powers and, like, being used as a final fighter for the gods. What would happen if the tournament was one big fight in the arena? What, like a full-on, like, free-for-all? I feel the gods would win. Only on the basis that, like, I feel Thor's just going to be swinging that hammer around. And he's just going to be taking people out. And Zeus is there. Like, Adam can maybe keep... it's hard to say, really. It's very hard to say. I swear if Rasputin doesn't get to fight Orion, I'm very confident he will. So which rounds in Ragnarok will have a special arena? Round... let me pull up. I have to pull up the document to remember which rounds are which. Let's have a look. If I can find it. Where is it? Where's my Ragnarok folder gone? There it is. So, round 5. So yeah, round 6. Sorry, doesn't have a special arena. Round 7 will have one. I think round 8 might. Round 11 will. Round 13 probably will, and round 14 might. Not quite sure. I know what's going to happen in round 14, but I'm not sure if there's going to be a special arena or not. Special arenas just aren't as fun in writing than in manga. In manga they're cool because you get to look at it. But like, if it doesn't generally affect the fight much, there's not much merit to it just in writing. We all know Ares is the super secret vessel. Yeah, he definitely is. Ares being the strongest god, he will be the final fighter for the god's source. Trust me, bro. I hope so, because I love Ares. Okay, I'm gonna have to, just because I've got dinner sweet. I've got a bit more work to do this evening. I'm probably going to end stream soon. So get your last questions in. We'll probably go for another 5 minutes or so. I will try get this body pillow brought, and well, without infrequent streams either, it should definitely be here by next stream, so that'll be fun. But yeah, get these last questions in. What do you think what do you think the aspect for Leo Susanoo and whichever one of what do you think the aspect for Leo Susanoo and whichever one of the Randall fighters lose? I'm not quite sure what you mean there, LK. If you could maybe reword it a bit. I'm probably just being dumb here. Do you think Brunhild will find out that Loki got Sig locked up? I don't know. Because, like, plot-wise, she doesn't need to find out. He could take that to the grave if he dies. And, like, Siegfried might... Like, Siegfried wouldn't know. Maybe Odin was... I don't think it needs to happen. I'd say it probably does happen. But I'm not sure. Which aspect the losers have from Brunhild? Oh, do you mean like when we saw like her like memorial to the dead ones? And it was like, oh, I'm trying to remember what they all said. Like Tesla's was advance, Poseidon was pride, I think. Well, like that. I'd say. Well, Leo also seems like pride, to be honest with you. Leo might just be something like kingship. Susanoo has passion. Passion has been said before. Susanoo could be obsession, maybe? Something like that. And whoever loses this, well, it's either going to be Loki or Simo. If it's Simo, I think it would be something like dedication or... Oh, there's a word on the tip of my tongue. Patriot, something like that. If it's Loki, it could genuinely be something like love or something. If it's Brunhild doing it. I'm begging for a tie. Yeah, I'd love the tie. I think she already knows. It is definitely possible she already knows. I really wouldn't put it past it. Well, that means we restart before we get another body pillow, right? Yes. Yeah, exactly. Okay, if that's the last questions coming, I'm going to end stream here. Thank you, everyone. I'm glad we didn't really talk about the chapter at all, but we talked about some fun stuff nonetheless. Thank you, Chismo, as always. The donations are very much appreciated, and they will be going to fund the new bloody Broly body pillow. So until next time, I always say this, but I will try do another stream in between the chapter review streams. I've just been very busy, that's all. So I will try to stream again soon, and I will see you guys then. Bye-bye.